Hi, this is Jim Roemer. The weekend of June 5th and 6th. It's rare that I do several updates during the course of the week on bar charts, but it's my favorite website for commodities. We've helped a lot of people around the world, lots of subscribers, farmers in Australia, grain traders in the Midwest, natural gas producers all over the world, taking advantage of weather wealth right now as we have the potential biggest weather market in years in grains. There is no room for error. I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning on Friday, advising my Weather Wealth clients about various strategies in grains and the potential bull market here over the course of the next few months as we get into a drought situation. This is the spring wheat areas. Look at the red over North and South Dakota we've been discussing for the last few weeks, and that is beginning to expand into the Midwest grain belt. But will it stay around? And how do you hedge your risk and your positions in grains if I suddenly see a change in the forecast before all my competitors out there? Well, that's why you have to subscribe. One trade in corn for a few days even can pay for the service for over a year, yet there could be potentially many trades in grains this summer and some increasingly optimistic trends in certain commodities like spring wheat that has soared here over the last few weeks as the drought in the northern plains, as we just mentioned, and also Canada expands. There's going to be some rain in the forecast, though, next week in Canada. Good news for farmers in Alberta to Manitoba. So how do you hedge that risk? How do you trade Minneapolis wheat against corn and beans? We will advise you in our Weather Wealth newsletter in the weeks and months ahead. Coffee, one of our best trades. We've been long the ETF Joe or recommended that to clients. Some of them took profits recently near the highs. Various option strategies, too, in coffee. One of the worst droughts in many years has lowered their crop by about 25% or so. Now, coffee sold off earlier on this week on the stronger dollar, and also because the drought's going to ease a little bit in Brazil. But wrong. It's not going to help the coffee crop right now. Look at all this heavy rain in the next week over the main coffee areas of Brazil. That could actually crack some of the beans that are being ready to be harvested. You can see the black spots, blotches there on the beans that we saw 3 or 4 months ago. Indeed, coffee finally rallied on this as coffee production has been affected by some of the worst drought conditions in years. We do not want to see this kind of rainfall. Now, will it stay around? One-time event is not a big deal, but if it stays wet into July and there's a frost scare, which I don't see right now, this market could go to $2. So again, we have option strategies for you. Put options, call options, spreads, you name it. I've been doing this for 35 years, used to advise a $6 billion hedge fund, and now I'm offering my experience and having fun with this in my later ages of my life, helping, again, farmers and smaller traders and even stock investors around the world. Now, my dog Margin Call, he doesn't look very happy, does he? He is angry because I'm actually giving recommendations in, guess what? The orange juice market. Crazy. Look at this. Orange juice prices are bottom. There's no liquidity in that. That's why he's mad at me. Look how to the left of your screen there, orange juice prices collapsed last year. No hurricanes in Florida. And also the COVID-19 worries about demand for juice really hurt the prices over the last year. And of course, people are drinking more coconut water and iced tea, things like that are healthier. But notice how orange juice prices have actually bottomed. We're in an uptrend line right now. I have some interesting information about the Brazil orange crop. And if I see a hurricane in Florida, even though production has really gone down over the last 10 to 15 years because of citrus greening, Florida doesn't have the production they had back in the 80s and 90s before the big freezes and citrus greening. But if I see some hurricanes going toward Florida, this market could go to $1.45 or $1.50, particularly if the Brazil crop is lowered even further. So anyway, the bottom line is commodities are breaking out. The weather is a huge factor in this. I'm going to be getting about 3 hours of sleep a night if I'm lucky over the next few months. We hope you subscribe once again to Weather Wealth. This is the busiest time of the year in ag markets and also natural gas, and potentially the most exciting summer I've seen in the last 8 to 10 years. Have a nice weekend.